Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
We're here.
We have had a very dynamic morning.
Very dynamic morning. I'm still trying to get myself in my picture.
I know. I feel like I'm fussing.
I'm like here. You're fussing. I'm
sorry.
fussing.
Everybody's fussing.
It's okay. What if I stay very still?
We're the best.
Yeah, I don't know about where I'm sitting anymore. Okay. I'm okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm Sean.
I'm Liz.
That's Lizzie. Yeah.
And we're from Posture Design. And we're going to stitch some stuff today.
I'm going to spend the first few minutes probably getting myself resituated over here, okay? So if you have to look at me real close and stuff, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to deal with that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's getting somewhere. Yeah, I didn't to say either, but welcome. We're so glad you're here.
We are. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're just going to watch us get ready while we get ready to stitch. How about that? Maybe you're getting ready to stitch right now yourself.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Perhaps that is the case.
I shifted myself literally 2 feet to the west, and now I have this whole window behind me. So it feels and looks a little different right now.
Indeed.
Oh, Cheddar's here, everybody.
Cheddar Cheese has entered the chat.
Say hi to Cheddar. Cheddar's here, okay?
He's a good boy.
Everyone is saying that they love the ornament stands behind you.
I'm glad.
Let me get out of the way.
Because I added some more the other day. After I spent like 12 hours packing, and then Sean was labeling, and I needed a break, so I was decorating. Yay!
Yay!
Yeah.
What's the thing over your left shoulder? What's the baskety thing?
That is my great Aunt Gina's sewing basket.
Ah, that's your great Aunt Gina's sewing basket.
Yes.
I feel like there are stories to be told there.
Well,
that's me. Well, everyone knows that I'm next to you now. Okay.
She was very important to me. She was one of the first of our family to immigrate. She's my grandmother's older sister. She was 19 years older than my grandmother. She did not want to move to the United States, but she came because the rest of the family came. And she taught me a lot about crafting and the value of doing something with your hands and creating. And she did it everywhere. She was a seamstress, and she was incredible in the kitchen. And she never had any children of her own, and so we spent a lot of time with her. She's like another grandma. And yeah, she's very important to me, and I got her sewing basket. And it's always been around, but I decided it deserved a spot on my shelves.
Well, that's wonderful. Thanks for telling me about that. I had questions about it, and you're nice and centered in the frame, although I can see your little camera guy hanging out. But that's okay. Let's start talking about what we're going to stitch today.
Yeah.
When we go to the table cam?
Sure.
Table cam, there it goes.
Table cam, can I see?
Of course you can see. It looks like that.
We're going to do the Woodland Toadstool, which is new. It just came out this weekend.
The Woodland Toadstool is what we're stitching today. Wonderful.
Yes.
And what's the name of the color story we're working with?
Heritage Harvest.
Heritage Harvest is the color story. Okay, go on.
The samples are behind me. I can grab them in a second. But we're going to do one of the big toadstool, and we're going to do one of the small toadstool, and we were going to do two, but I realized I left my fig thread in the barn.
If I knew where it was in the barn, maybe I'll take a walk later.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So we're going to do a little russet one instead, because I know I have that thread with me, and we're going to do the big one.
Great.
And in addition to Heritage Harvest, I also threw in some pearl.
Oh.
Because I love white, the tundra that we carry. I love a nice bright white. But for fall, and when combined with like this toasted oat, I really like the warmth of pearl.
Yeah, who wouldn't?
So there are two sizes of toadstool.
Yep.
This big guy.
Okay. Has
a piece of felt that I failed to bring with me.
Oh.
Awesome.
Where is that? Also in the barn? Oh, I'm taking a barn walk here soon. I can feel it.
I thought that I threw it in here.
Yeah, I'm not so sure.
Maybe I didn't. Oh, cool. Okay, well, this die cuts the cap for the toadstool, and then this die gives you the option to add these dots.
Oh.
These polka dots. And then this die cuts a little insert so you don't have like 6 layers of felt coming through. And it just tucks right in between or right underneath and covers the holes, but you don't have to sew around all the dots and everything because there's not really enough space to do stitching holes around all that. So anyway, there's just the insert. We've done that before.
Yeah.
On the, I'll get there, deep dish die.
Okay.
Has that for the top of the pie. Has one of those inserts. And the summer strawberry has an insert like that too for behind the seeds. So the big toadstool shape. I also, oh yes I did. Okay. I've got it here in toasted oat and pearl because we're going to do a couple of sides here. This has, this way you can see like the underside of the cap.
Oh.
And we're going to stitch in some gills.
Okay.
And then I wanted the stem to be a different color. So I've got...
What is that? Is that toasted oat?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've got the skirt or ring of the toadstool and the stem in toasted oat there. So that's the big one. And then we've got the small guy here. That's this base. I'm going to need to get a new piece of magnet here soon.
Why?
Because this one's cracking.
Oh, look at them.
Coming apart.
Don't show them.
Well, they can see it.
Slide it to the left and put it under my head.
Anyway, we've got the base of the toadstool.
Yeah.
And then we've got the cap. This cuts the cap. And there is a stem if you wanted to just do like a one layer, if you didn't want to like stuff anything, or there are options. And then we've got the ring or the skirt.
The skirt there.
There.
Yeah.
And, or if you're doing a 2D project and you don't need the full, that's why the stem is in there. Like you don't have to use every piece every time. All the pieces are in there for your flexibility.
Yes.
So you can make different projects different ways.
Okay.
So, because ultimately I'll get somebody asking the question like, why are the different pieces in there? And it's, well, it's entirely up to you what you use and what you don't. They're just all in there for your convenience.
Great.
So that's what we're going to do today.
I'm just keeping an eye on Cheddar. He's re-entered the room, but it looks like he's about to settle into the tower here for the afternoon.
He does.
Yeah, he's settling in.
No.
So don't have to worry about him too hard. What are you looking for now?
Nothing.
What are you missing now?
Well, I was just thinking if we had a piece of...
I'm going to start a list on my phone.
You know what?
What?
If we had a piece of weathered moss, you could just take this into Tilly's craft room and cut a new one, and then you wouldn't have to go all the way to the barn.
What are we talking about? Yeah, just tell me where we think things are in the barn. I'll take a little walk over there. I just know you love vamping by yourself.
Oh, yes.
Maybe I'll get Cheddar to sit in the chair and vamp with you.
Cheddar cheese!
Yeah, where is the fig and where's the weather moss?
I think the fig and the ochre are on my foot, the ottoman, in front of my chair.
Yeah.
And I think the other cap is there too, but it might be on my die cutting desk.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm on the ottoman looking for stuff.
Yes.
And the desk. And we think the fig thread is there too?
Yes.
Okay, great. Then Cheddar, he's already warmed up. Can you guys hear Cheddar? He's ready to take over for me. Today, he's down there. Can you hear him?
He's a nice kitty.
Yeah, he's going to do my job for me, unless they want me to send him to the barn.
We're going to start with we'll start with the small one as a result of I don't have all the pieces for the big one.
Uh-huh.
It'll be fine. It'll be great.
It'll be fine. What I'll do is I'll get the live going on my YouTube stream on my phone.
Oh, no.
And I'll turn the volume way down low. And then if I have to chat while you're vamping, I'll just put some stuff in the chat while you're vamping.
Fantastic.
How about that? Okay,
I'm not great at this part.
Here we
so
go.
I'm sorry.
See you later. Hey, Cheddar, come on, buddy. Oh, he's leaving with me. I'm taking Cheddar to the barn.
Great. They're all leaving me. Just kidding. Okay, so we're going to start with the stem, actually. We're going to start with the stem. I'm going to sew everything all the way through because I'm going to leave these flat because I'm going to make a garland with the leaves that I had on hand last week during one of my Instagram lives. It's a project that I wanted to get to for the release and didn't, and so I figured, what the heck, let's just keep going with it. I also have some leaves here with me, but from the falling leaves too, but I have not yet finished those either. So, I am clearly not as well prepared as I should be, and I apologize for that. Okay. So, I've got 3 strands of 975. That's the color that I use for russet. And I'm just going to thread that real quick. There we go. And I'm going to take all of my pieces. Oh, fiddle faddle. I just realized I cut this morning and I did not poke out all of the little bits. So let's all do that together real quick, why don't we? When you don't have a paper clip, a mechanical pencil will also do as a good poker outer for your little holes. I'm going to shove this off to the side a little bit. And I'm going to look and make sure that I'm actually on the screen, because I don't always know. It's not as handy as the paper clip, but it'll do in a pinch. And I know that I had left one over here, so I don't know where where it went. Oh. There's just a few left. And if anybody has not seen me poke out the holes before, this is my very fancy way of doing so. Here we go. Almost done. Most of them will come out when you die cut, but sometimes there's a few that won't. Okay, there we go. I thought, golly, I cut this last week. How did I miss those? All right. So you're going to layer all of your pieces together, just like this. And I'm going to tuck in my little skirt ring doohickey right here, and I'm going to layer on top of that, and I'll get to the back in a second, but here he comes, thank goodness. All right, so I'm going to start here at the top of the stem.
I had to just get a new fig.
Okay.
And then I found this.
That's the thing.
Was there anything else I was supposed to get?
No.
I thought there was a third thing.
There was an ochre, but this is fine.
That's fine?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back, everybody. There's a little bit of a lag, so I'm trying to sort out where I am. Newberry says, without Sean stitching live with Lizzie and Sean has a calming Bob Ross feel to it.
Calming, boring. One man's calming is another man's dull.
Sharon said, I hope you had success, Sean. Lizzie isn't paying attention to the chat. Of course not. She's super focused on you. That's right. She says you make jokes like Lizzie's going to read them. I said in the chat while I was over there, I'm half tempted to pack an order. I don't think there are any orders over there to pack.
Don't do that to me.
I also had to ask everybody what I was looking for again. I knew what I was looking for, but I thought it'd be funny, and it was. Okay, that's great.
Short of a couple of orders that we had some inventory problems with. All of the orders from this weekend are out.
I found the thread, everybody. Well, no, I didn't find Lizzie's thread.
You found a skein of thread, which is just fine.
Yeah, I pulled my phone out of my pocket. I went to our own website. I searched the word fig. I learned that 3041 is our match for fig.
You know what? I'm gonna do the stem first because I'm having a hard time lining up all the layers, and I think it'll help if I have these two secure already.
Okay, so you're stitching the small mushroom first.
Yes.
And I believe there's a russet cap, which is sort of a beautiful little brownish tan color.
Is.
And you're going to stitch that onto a pearl base.
Correct.
And the thread that you're going to use is pearl.
And
is our match for pearl?
This is our match for pearl, which is 3866.
You're going to stitch that over the brown, huh?
No. I'm just going to do the stem first. I'm sorry. I'm all like... I'm not doing a great job with my togetherness.
You're doing great. We're tightening it up right now. We've only been live for 16 minutes, and we're going to put a needle into some felt. I promise.
We are. I'm sorry, everybody.
We're going to put a needle into felt. We promise. Can you tell it's our third day of kindergarten?
That's the goal. Yeah.
Yeah, can you tell? If you can tell, just let us know in the chat.
We've had kindergarten, and we had...
They don't want to hear about our whole morning. It's okay. We're here. Yeah, we're here for the stitching. So the first thing you're going to stitch is something white onto white.
You know what?
I'm asking. I don't know.
It's pearl.
Okay, you're stitching something pearl onto pearl. I'm asking. I'm trying to get caught up here.
Yeah, I'm just doing the stem.
You're going to stitch the two. So there's a top layer and a base layer, and you're stitching the two layers together.
Yes.
Annie says we can tell.
That kind of help.
That is so funny.
Yeah, this morning I was having a difficult time getting someone out of bed.
No one wants to hear about trying to roll Matilda out of bed this morning. That's not
Her
not
teenage
why
years are going to
That's not why
age
people
us.
hear it all.
I'm just
for sure.
saying.
I'm getting myself resituated over here right now, away from the window. Maybe I can get away from the window. Where's the camera going?
I don't know. I'm just using a running stitch here to do the stem.
All right, so we're doing a running stitch here, everybody.
Yes.
To the surprise of no one who watches on a regular basis. That's what we've got going on.
I prefer the running stitch because it's fast and it's easy.
It's fast and it's easy. Okay, and I prefer this camera so that it's not looking at the window. There we go.
I suppose we could get curtains.
I had thought about what it would take to just cover that thing entirely, you know?
Our
like
window?
Yeah, like when we're filming live, like we just have something that we just hang, like just goes
like
on
a
top
curtain?
of them. Okay, fine. I was thinking of something more solid and that would block the light out than a curtain, okay?
Like a blackout curtain?
You know, Deb's out there. Maybe Deb could sew something for us. I could get her the measurements and she could pull together some kind of blackout curtain out there. If you in the chat would like to be personally responsible for how we can eliminate the glare coming from that window with your stitching prowess, you can send an email to customer service. Shari laughed at you saying like a curtain. Thank you for that. Yeah. I just didn't know if you put like a blackout curtain, if it would, all the light would start like kind of bleeding around the edges, which is not what you want either, you know?
Not if you get a big enough blackout.
You want this to be like a dark room type situation, you know? Okay, so you're stitching those two layers together.
Yes.
Yes, okay. I don't understand why you didn't put the mushroom cap brown part on first.
Because I was having a hard time keeping all the layers together when I'd already been fumbling enough. So I figured...
Deb just said in all caps, no, I'm too busy and I hate sewing curtains. That's so funny.
I made curtains for my first apartment. They were terrible, but I made them.
That's so funny. I did not think that Deb
shut you down.
What I know about Deb from the chat is that she's a master seamstress who sews like dresses and stuff, and it turns out she's not interested in curtains. Shari says use the clips. I don't think the clips are even in. Are the clips here?
What clip?
I think she's talking about your... I don't know if Shari's trying to tell us to use the clips on your project that you're sewing. Or if she's trying to tell us to use the clips on the curtain or something.
And I'm not sending Sean to get them because I am not gonna try and vamp myself.
That weathered moss cap was like under 2 things on your. I had to start picking things up off the desk. It's okay. They were not on the ottoman. I'm not sure what's on the ottoman. But it was not that.
A lot of things on the ottoman.
Okay. People earlier in the chat were talking about using these mushrooms. Someone said maybe for her daughter's baby shower centerpieces.
Oh, cute!
Using the little baby shower centerpieces, little toadstool. And someone else said that that her sister's gonna love them for their Christmas tree when I make and give them to her. There you go.
That'll be cute. Here, listen. The last 2 days I have been testing dyes, and so my office right now is a complete disaster because when I'm testing dyes, there's a lot of pieces thrown around, and there's a lot of I test usually with paper.
That's shocking. I can't believe you just explained to everybody that you test with paper. Shari says we need a little hedgehog to go with the toadstools. Do hedgehogs and toadstools go together?
Hedgehogs don't even live in the United States.
She's mixing Sega and Nintendo right now. Sonic the Hedgehog was in Sega, Shari, and mushrooms were in Super Mario Brothers, okay?
Toadstools.
I'm sorry, toadstools. Yeah, Princess Toadstool or Toad, the little toadstool who is a person, was in Nintendo. You cannot bring those 2 companies together.
Bro.
Okay, they spent the whole 80s and 90s. Renee thinks the same thing. I'm sorry, Renee. I hate to tell you this, but I don't think we're going to be able to bring together.
I think they would be really cute. But what was it? We had a book for Tilly. It was called Hedgehugs.
Oh, the Hedgehugs book.
And Tilly loved that book so much that I looked up once. Do hedgehogs live in the United States? And they are not. A United States animal. They don't live here. And I was so sad to learn that because I was like, oh.
So where do hedgehogs live then?
They live in England, for sure.
Does anybody there in England want to stick up for yourselves and say, oh, wow, yeah, there's a real drumbeat. There's a real drumbeat for a hedgehog here in the...
Noted. You know what? I'm going to add a couple of things.
Go ahead. What do you want to add to this?
I'm going to add some sparkle.
So you sewed the bases together there, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's that little gill there?
That is not a gill.
That's not a gill.
A skirt or a ring.
A skirt or a ring, but that's not been attached yet. Okay, great. I can't wait to see you embellish. What are you going to embellish here?
I'm going to put some... So here's one little fun fact. You can take the negatives from the big mushroom caps, way up high, and you can use those on the small guys as if they are like fabric sequins.
Is that what you're about to do?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to decide what color I want to use though. Maybe this like purpley kind. No. Let's use green because it'll tie together with the big one.
Okay, so you're going to use some green sequins
yes.
onto the cap of this mushroom.
Correct. Clearly, I've thought through this project very well today. My apologies.
Sharon said, we had hedgehogs until the badger chased them away and made a mess of the lawn and fences. We don't like the badges.
Oh,
yeah.
Hedgie. Yeah, I would love to see a hedgehog just like, goofing off around the yard. Of course, I like the little critters in the yard. I am alone in that feeling, it would appear.
Well, it turns out, perhaps the badger just overstayed its welcome is what it sounds like. Barbara says they have a lot of hedgehog rescue centers over there in the UK.
Oh, cute.
Andy and I are trying to figure out what kind of animal there was in Sonic the Hedgehog other than Sonic the Hedgehog. There was Tails. We're not sure what kind of animal Tails was.
I'm thinking Tails was supposed to be another hedgehog.
Sean, you made me drop a huge container of pins? How did I make you drop? Oh, no, Deb, I'm sorry. How did that happen?
Sean Jones, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Okay.
All right. Here I am just adding a couple of sequins because they're fun to add a couple of speckles to the top of your caps.
Okay.
And I'm doing that first because That way I can hide my tails underneath. Like they don't have to...
They get dropped down in there?
They'll get dropped in the middle.
Okay.
You won't see them. They'll be hidden. Let's go down this way.
Barbara's here for you, Deb. She said that she spilled some beads today.
Oh, I've been there. Many times. We almost had... Have we ever told the Louis special story?
I can't remember if we ever told the story of Louis jumping onto the table and scattering multiple... 20 bead kits onto the floor.
And he scared himself because it sounded like fireworks or something. Like it sounded like firecrackers going off because it's so many things hitting the floor at the same time. He panicked and I'm sure you've seen videos of like cats getting in over their heads and panicking and like jumping, and it's just like a mass of limbs and fur.
Yeah, you were sitting at the table downstairs in the basement, and the television was on, and Louis was on a cat tower.
We were watching Fiddler on the Roof.
And Louis was on a cat tower behind your head, over your shoulder.
No, he wanted to come see me,
so
he jumped up on the table. Unfortunately, he jumped into like a box of beads, and then it went everywhere, and he went everywhere, and it was just a disaster. And it was loud. It was so loud. And I just sat there. I've never been so stunned I couldn't speak until that moment. And I just stood there like this.
Yeah, then Lizzie thought that what we would do is we would take all the beads and sequins from the 20 bead kits that had gotten scattered on the floor by a cat.
No. I didn't ever expect to sell the ones that fell on the floor. The joke was that we were going to take all the semi-finished ones that were on the table, dump them into a bag and like sell scoops of them, and we were going to call it the Louis mix. But then the distributor, this was 2020, the distributor that we were using, they ran out of like a couple of different elements in that particular color story, and I had to like pick through just to fulfill like kits that we had sold, just to have enough to sell what we had already sold. It was Bad News Bears.
I thought it was 21. I thought it was at Beeston at that point.
No. Okay. It was an elegance color story.
Ah, yes. Well, there was nothing elegant about a cat scattering a bunch of color story beads and sequence kits.
It's bad news.
Deborah knocked over her pins when she was reaching for her phone to tell me no to sewing the curtains. She says, okay, thank goodness for magnets. They're all picked up now.
Oh, there you go.
That's great. Okay.
All right, so I've got my sequins on my little mushroom here. And I'm just going to tuck...
You're going to tuck the ring or the skirt.
Ring or skirt.
Underneath and in between the base layer.
Yes.
And the russet brown mushroom cap.
Yes. And I'm going to start on an end because I think it'll be easier than trying to start in the middle like I was, which is part of my problem. So I'm going to come through the front two layers here. I know I don't have my last layer on there yet. I'm going to come back through, and when I come back through, that is when I will.
So there's a brown piece on the front and the back of your mushroom, it seems.
Yeah, I'm going to make it a garland. And I like to put, sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, put the same stuff on the front and the back. I guess I don't have a skirt for the back, but I don't usually, when I'm doing a garland, I don't usually embellish the second side. So it's like, well, if somebody can see it from outside or something, because I put them in windows a lot. If you see them from outside, you can see what it is, but then once you get inside, you can actually see the cute decorations. So
I can't believe that you're thinking about the garland that much. That you're thinking about it being like some sort of alluring thing from the outside of the house that people are curious to find out about. Yeah.
How is it? Why wouldn't people be curious? That's my question.
I don't know, but Victoria wins the prize today for knowing that Knuckles from Sonic the Hedgehog was an echidna.
Oh.
She knew that, so she was correct on there. And Tails is a two-tailed fox.
Oh.
So Sonic's best friend Tails is a fox. And then you have Knuckles, who's kind of an anti-hero.
I don't know,
if you will,
what Knuckles is.
Knuckles is an echidna. Knuckles
No, but
was
I mean,
pink. He was super pink.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, Sonic is blue, and Tails was like fox-colored. And then Knuckles, I think Knuckles...
I didn't play a lot of video games.
I always thought Knuckles wore gloves like Mickey Mouse. Like, he kind of had white gloves on his hands.
Did he?
Is that right?
I don't... You are asking the wrong person.
I think so. If I'm not mistaken, I think he had, like, white gloves on his... Oh, yeah, he's got, like, some kind of... He's got, like, punching gloves or something. Like, boxing gloves almost, yeah. Okay. There you go. My guy.
All right, so I'm just following the rest of the thing here, the outline.
And is that going to be it on the small mushroom?
Yes.
You just pull it together like that, so it's like stitch the bases.
I did have a few false starts, but yes.
Yeah, but even still, we're talking. You're coming around the bend here on this mushroom, and we're talking about. It's not even 30 minutes. Like, we didn't even put a needle into felt until 1/6. It's only 15 minutes in right now, and you're.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a cute little guy. He comes together pretty quick.
Wow, look at that. Okay.
If I was making these ornaments, I probably would decorate the second side, a little bit more than I have, but because I'm going to put these on that garland, can you look in that Hammer Hill box and grab the leaves that I had sewn already?
I wanted to hear more about the person in the chat who said that they were going to give the mushrooms for their sister's Christmas tree. Like, do people decorate their Christmas trees with mushrooms?
Oh, yeah.
How is it that I'm not aware of this?
Because you don't buy our Christmas decorations?
Well, of course I don't buy our Christmas decorations, but we don't have any mushrooms on our Christmas tree.
No, I guess we don't.
We don't.
But we will this
on our Christmas tree, it seems. Yeah.
But like,
Shari concurs that the mushrooms and the sunflower both come together very quickly when you're stitching them. Okay.
We've got friends that have a mushroom and like gnome woodland kind of tree.
I like how you said friends.
Yes, we do. Would you like their names? I didn't know if you wanted me to call them out.
Yeah, I mean, you could use their initials, or you could spell it, I suppose.
DNA.
Okay, I don't know who that is. You have to tell me later. Yes, Sean. Yeah. And Nikki says, I'm working on gingerbread house number 16.
Wow.
Wow, Nikki. Good for you, man. Way to go.
I love that gingerbread house. I really do. I've got, one of them up there, but it's not gingerbread housey looking. It's like just cute little cottagey looking. But
Barbara says, I have very old mushrooms which were my grandmother's. They are glass ornaments and maybe 100 years old.
Yeah.
Wow. So I have a lot of reading to do about why it is that mushrooms were used as Christmas decor.
Well, they're like little fairy type, like toadstooly fairy guys.
And so there's a connection between Christmas trees and fairies? Is that what I'm gathering from this?
Just that it was like a magical, sweet little... Oopsies. I just lost my throat.
Barbara says, every year I worry that they'll get broken. I understand that.
We have moved all of my vintage ornaments and my silver aluminum vintage tree. They live out in the barn now in my office.
Your aluminium tree lives out in the barn now, in the office, with the color wheel.
Same reason.
In the original box.
Yes.
Okay. All right, so mushrooms. There you have it, folks.
Especially the little red ones with the white. Oh, for crying out loud.
What? What's for crying out loud now?
I'm not using my regular needle and I keep losing it.
Nikki says they are trending in holiday decor, so there you go. All right. Well, you can be ahead of the curve.
Indeed.
With Pashta Designs. Woodland Toadstool. How'd I do? How was that?
Perfect.
Okay, great.
Looking great.
Heather says she has a woodland kind of decoration throughout her home, and mushrooms, toadstools are a part of them. She has wooden ones, glass ones, so these ornaments will blend in with her theme perfectly. There you go.
I thought about making some for Tilly's little tree in her room, because it's like a frosted, flocked tree, in the colors that the rest of the tree is.
Yeah. Because
she's been so into fairies this year. So I thought about making her a few little cute...
Shari says she saw a Halloween wreath today with black mushrooms on it.
Oh.
So there you go.
There you have it.
All right. Spooky wooky. Toadstools.
What's a death cap look like?
I'm just feeling so on trend now.
I think a death cap is like a creamy gray white.
No. Nope.
Death caps.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it was gonna be black. No, creamy.
Oh.
Okay. Emerging from its universal veil. Here's the thing, man. You start reading about mushrooms and you realize how strange they really are. You know what I mean? Like, all of us have an idea, about, how funguses in general are very strange, unique kind of organisms. And then you actually start reading about them and you realize it's way stranger than you thought.
There's a band that Tilly likes called the Okie Dokie Brothers.
Sure.
And they have a song called Mycelium Underground News.
That's right.
And it's all about how mushrooms talk to each other underground using like their little rooty. It's not. I don't know that it's a root system, but it's.
Deb's describing this as a fun fact that she is saying that she's allergic to mushrooms.
Wow.
Yeah.
Noted. Well, these ones, as long as you're not allergic to wool,
you're going to be okay.
Safe.
And then Andy, I think, has just asked the room, Andy, we don't even have to, hang on a second, before this gets started, we could just, toadstools, mushrooms on pizza, everyone, is the question. Yes or no? We're starting the poll, everybody.
Sean is starting a poll.
We're starting a poll. I don't think we've never done a poll with Andy here.
Shari taught you how to make a poll, and now all bets are off.
Well, I'm going to let this go for a few minutes, and I'm going to close it on down, and then we're going to find out how this chat, outside of Deb, of course, feels about mushrooms. Fair. On their pizzas. Yeah. It started off strong in one direction. It seems to be moving the other direction. Shari is letting us know that mycelium are the fruits of mushrooms. She puts that in quotes.
They are roots.
That's right. Oh, yeah.
I wasn't sure that they were roots.
That's why it's an underground network, you see.
Yes, I know, but I didn't know if they're technically roots or if there's some, like, sort of spore thing.
No, it's not a spore. No, spores are coming out of the tops.
I know what spores are, but I didn't know if it was some sort of underground.
It is. I think it's stringy.
Yeah,
I think
they're
it's
very,
so
very
like
stringy.
Small and thin and delicate, right? That like as soon as you put a shovel into the ground, you're essentially like obliterating them.
Right.
Shari says I had to make a mushroom collection in high school advanced biology.
Cool.
Wow. And Nikki has strong feelings against mushrooms in the food front.
Noted. All right, so there's our little guy. He's so cute. And you could always use the...
And it's all the way done, just like that.
That one is, yeah.
That was 22 minutes.
You can
from start to finish.
You can use it without the skirt.
Uh-huh.
That's up to you.
There you are, everybody. Look, I'll get as close as I can to it there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Float there. You can't see him anymore because there's a mushroom in front of me now.
Right.
Look at this little light of mine.
All right.
And the skirt not being stitched down is so nice.
I like it. Yeah, it's a little dimension to it. Yeah. This is 3033, which is what I used for cobblestone, but I forgot to make a thingy for it way back when. So I'm going to add that here. We're going to do this in just a second.
Shari said they also had to do spore prints of their mushrooms.
Cool.
And I just said North Carolina is a strange place.
I love it. All right, first we're going to do gills. Gills.
Oh, Barbara, we're so sorry, Barbara. What Lizzie said earlier was that all the orders from the weekend have shipped except for
there are three.
There were 3 orders that had components that we oversold accidentally. And I think, Barbara, you're one of the
like
lucky. You're like the one of the lucky 3, Barbara. We're so sorry. Bad. I thought you said you were sending them electronic bills.
I meant to.
Oh, Barbara. Barbara had to find out live on YouTube.
I'm so sorry.
This is the most sorry I've been about anything today.
I know. I feel terrible.
Okay, well,
I really do.
When we have your full order, we'll put it together and send it to you.
We should have it before the end of the week.
Yes. I'm going to give this another 2 minutes or so to close the poll, and we'll find out how people feel about toadstools on their pizzas.
Toadstools on their pizzas. Okay, I'm going to do 2 strands of thread.
Yep.
For the gills. I'm going to do the gills here.
Deb says, spore prints are cool. I just can't make them ... if I want to keep breathing.
Well, that's fair.
Deb, we want you to keep breathing.
Yes, please.
We want all your pins to not be spilled on the floor. We want your house to be completely devoid of handmade curtains, and we want you to keep breathing. That's what we want, Deb. Those are my Christmas wishes for you.
Okay. I gotta make sure I'm doing this right.
So you're on Pearl again, correct?
Yes.
And the first thing you're doing is you're gonna stitch.
I'm doing some gills.
You're gonna stitch some gills on.
Yes.
So now remind me, does the set poke out the holes for you? No, don't go looking around for stuff.
Can you get the pillow then?
What pillow are we talking about?
The one directly behind me.
Oh, that one?
I just want to make sure I'm putting my gills in the right place.
Hang on a second. Well, yeah, answer my question. Did it cut out holes or not?
What?
The dye, does it cut out the gill holes?
That's just the stitching holes. I just sort of know where the gill holes are supposed to go. So this is real big and
that's okay. Set it over the front there and I'll watch with you here.
There's the gills.
The orange gills is what we're going for there.
And I'm going to
so you're going to
make sure that I'm stitching them the way that I'm supposed to be.
You're coming through the stitching holes that are around the perimeter.
Yeah, they're just on the cap.
Show me, would you?
The cap. They're on the cap.
Oh.
And right here on the stem, I just sort of...
Oh, okay. Well, let me zoom in on that, because that wasn't, to a caveman like myself, that was not super clear. And I think we're kind of widened out on your thing right now. Or no, we're not. We're zoomed in as... Oh, no. Oh, boy.
Work it out, brother.
I can't work it out. This camera stuff is tricky.
It's been a day for the camera.
Okay, so I'm tightening it up on your hands there.
Okay.
So you're going... There are some holes that are at the top of the stem.
I'm doing 2 gills per hole.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sort of, there's 2 holes between each gill.
Okay.
Sense? So the next side will be...
down at the stem, you're going through each stem hole twice.
Yes.
And then those correspond to holes up in the top of the toadstool.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm thinking. It's very...
Barbara, that's very kind. She says, that's fine. Was worried it didn't go at all because of some computer glitch. No computer glitches over here.
It's just, well, it is a computer glitch.
Just
human on
glitches.
Our end.
Yeah.
I apologize, Barbara. I really do feel bad.
There are the results. It looks like we are split 62% yes and 37% no. But it seems as if perhaps 8 people abstained from mushrooms. Shari wants everyone to know that the stitching guide shows where to stitch to, and it's very helpful.
It does. And right now I don't have one. So I'm just trying to wing it a little bit. But like, I mean, they're mushroom gills. Or they're toadstool gills. There's no wrong way to do them. It's just that I'm trying to make sure that they're even on both sides. And so I wanted to look at the ones that I had done.
And this is always the first step when you're doing this large mushroom?
I like it to be because it's going to go on the inside.
And is it, I'm still not clear, on every large toadstool,
yes,
you have this gill element, or no, you can create the toadstool without the holes?
You can do it without.
Okay, got it.
I just figured it was a fun way to add a little extra texture and color to the toadstool.
It's a very fun way. I'm just, oftentimes with our die sets, there are things that are automatic, or there are other additional, elements you can add, and I was not sure. Since I haven't stitched a toadstool myself, I wasn't sure what was and what was not.
Well, I like Shari said, I did include the placement of the gills on the stitching guide.
Okay.
And I'm using 2 strands of thread here just to sort of make them a little daintier. But that isn't...
She says it's where the spores live. Yes, I know the anatomy of the... Oh my gosh. Shari is like, step back. Hold my beer. We're going to talk about the one thing in biology class I paid attention to.
From high school.
Yeah. I can't imagine that Shari paid attention to anything else in high school biology class. No, she's locked in, man. She's totally locked in.
She's just trying to share her know-how there.
That's okay. I'm fine with all of that. Newberry's been so quiet. He obviously did not spend as much time in high school biology learning about mushrooms.
Or at least not paying attention.
Oh, that doesn't sound like Andy. That doesn't sound like the Andy that I know. Very studious.
The only class that I remember having with Andy was
I thought you were in English class together.
Yeah.
That's right. You're in English class.
Yes, I have known Andy a long time.
Yeah, he described you as like quiet and mild mannered. You know, sweet, too nice to hang out with a crumb bum like myself.
Well, you know.
Shari says we made leaf collections too.
Oh,
Are we
cool.
going to talk about the leaves? I like how Shari's...
We can talk about leaves.
I like how Shari's biology teacher had one trick and just was using it everywhere. Everything
science,
had to be
man. Do it up.
Yeah, everything had to be a collection, you know? Andy says, why are we calling them toadstools? I thought it was mushrooms. This is like when the £, switched to the hashtag. We're calling them toadstools, Andy, because the name of the product at Pashta's website is the Woodland Toadstool. That's why, buddy.
Because it's hard to come up with, coming up with a name for this dye was a challenge.
The marketing department had a hard time with
I was
this.
stuck on the word fungus for a long time. And I was like, I can't make a stamp or a dye set called Fungus Among Us because just because it's funny to me doesn't mean it'll be funny to everyone.
Yeah, it's like when at the restaurant we used to have a salad called the Crazy Chicken Salad. And then when we changed the name to the Crispy Thai Salad, it sold literally 3 times as many salads because no one wanted to stand up at the restaurant and say, I'll have the Crazy Chicken Salad, right? Like, nobody wants to order something that's crazy for lunch. So, you have to think about how these things are named. You're doing okay. You're just your hands are just a little far south.
Okay. Well,
people
I'll
are
come
watching.
back up. What?
Andy just said, you guys have a website? Barbara says funky fungus, and Nikki says because you can't call them magic mushrooms. You're right about that, Nikki. You're exactly right, Nikki. One cannot do that. Or if one did, you'd have to change the colors of the felt. Okay.
Well, I mean, it is teal on my pillow.
You know what I mean. Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
So there's not a good place to put that now. All right. So
do you want me to crawl on the floor and put it back on the shelf again?
No,
okay,
it's
great.
fine. All right. So we've got our gills on there.
Nice looking gills.
Thank you, sir.
Yep. Now that mushroom can breathe in, breathe out.
Right.
Spores.
Fantastic.
Okay, so you're putting this on a base of toasted oat.
Yeah, just for fun.
With a stem of toasted oat.
Yes.
Oh, look at that.
And a skirt.
And a skirt of toasted oat?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if that was going to be shortbread or something like that.
Nope.
No.
Because toasted oat's in the color story. So I thought I would stick with that.
Mary says, I don't remember learning about mushrooms, but I drew tons of them with smiley faces in 1975. See, now we're talking.
There you go.
Take me back to 1975. I'm ready to go. We can talk about T-Rex.
Is that a band?
Heck yeah. It was, yeah.
Is that band that every time you have to remind me?
No.
Because that's Dinosaur Jr.
Exactly. You're getting T-Rex. How could you get T-Rex confused?
With Dinosaur
Jr. This
I
is
don't
just
know.
completely
How could
insane.
2 dinosaur named bands confuse me?
To be clear, we don't really listen to Dinosaur Jr. It's just every time you hear them in public, you have to be reminded of their existence again.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so what thread are you going to stitch here?
3033.
3033, which is our match for toasted oat.
Correct.
But toasted oat is one of the colors that's been really tricky to match, is it not?
They're not, well, sort of, because it's a heathered color.
Yeah.
Cobblestone is the one I have the most.
Oh, thank you. I knew it was either cobblestone or toasted oat.
Cobblestone, I still usually use 3033. Like you'll notice in the website, cobblestone is the only thread that doesn't have, or the only felt that doesn't have a thread match. It's because, quite frankly, it's not.
We give up.
Yeah.
We give up. Yeah, quite frankly, we're like, we just disappear. We're like, we're gone. I just took our circles out. Don't add us.
You're on your own.
You're on your own out there, everybody. Flying blind.
I usually use 3033 with cobblestone. Okay,
got it.
Just for...
Shari says, love the heathered colors. You know what, Shari? I also love the heathered colors. In the world of expanding our felt selection, I've often wondered, like, what can be done? Yeah, what could be done with heathered colors? So, if you have any thoughts about, what you would do if the world was your oyster, what?
I think I have now ordered all of the ones that our distributor offers.
We think that there's a chance we've exhausted.
Our manufacturer might have some additional colors, but the U.S. distributor that we use.
Yeah, I'm not sure. But I'm opening up to the room. So if the room, and by the heathered colors, right, we mean the things like toasted oat, cobblestone, furrow, overcast, any of those felts that clearly have like fibers that are dyed in different colors
granite,
and that are somehow pulled together.
All right.
Shari says, "Oh, we need to find more."
So I'm going underneath going underneath the ring there. To do these stitches, so I don't.
And did you start your stitching in between the layers?
Yes.
You started in between the layers. Okay.
On over here. Yes.
Mary wants us to know that hedgehogs would be weathered. There you go. Would be heathered. Sorry, I read it directly off the... Shari says she's seen some from somewhere else. She'll send me a picture. That's great. Shari's
I may have other colors available. I just haven't.
Someday there's going to be Stitching Live Bingo, and one of the squares will be Shari sends Sean a picture during the thing. Heather says that she likes to use number 06 for cobblestone, and it seems to work. Okay, number 6.
There definitely have been new colors recently. Not super recently, but in the last like couple of years. And maybe in hindsight, to no one's surprise, our Joanne's did not ever carry the newer colors.
A thread, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A floss, sorry.
Yeah. I have them I have a DMC swatch book, but I didn't have that for the first couple of years. And so I was just always like going to Joanne's, and I was obnoxious, I'm sure. But like I'd go back to the thread section, pick out the colors that I thought were sort of close, and then walk them all the way to the front windows and look at them in natural light, and then walk them back, back and forth, till I found matches I liked.
And that was a long walk because they kept the floss in the Joanne Fabrics. Girl, you had to want it.
I know.
Yeah.
Ours was not a very big store, but yes. And so, you know, I was that lady. They always knew when I was coming there was going to be trouble. Because I've never bought just like 1 or 2 threads at a time.
We have a lot of people here now. It turns out no one wants to give us ideas about what kind of heathered felt they would like to see, but they would like to see us create things that heathered felt would be perfect for.
Okay.
Such as cats. That's it. So people are voting for cats right now with their thumbs.
Noted.
And Mary wants everybody to know that hedgehogs would be weathered.
Hedgehogs would be
Oh, that's right. I already read that.
Yeah, you did.
Wrong twice.
You did.
Boy. All right, everybody. Thanks for coming in. I'll see you later. I'm out of here.
We're having a rough day. I apologize.
I don't think we're having a rough day.
It's not as bad as the day I had the flu and didn't realize it until after we were off air, but it is still not our smoothest episode.
That's the thing. Is just if Mary Kobe is going to put something into the chat, I'm going to listen.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, if Mary's going to type it, I'm going to read it. Okay.
Sure. Okay.
So you're still. What I'm looking at is the front. So as long as I can see the gills,
yeah,
that's the front of the toadstool.
It is.
Okay.
And
no one has said that they would like a toad for the toadstool. If the toadstool is a stool for a toad, one would think.
I'm lifting up the ring here, so
lifting up the ring or the skirt there. Okay, lifting up the ring of the mushroom,
so I don't sew through it.
I know Shari hasn't educated us on what the ring is for.
I don't know how to answer that.
That's okay. That's okay. I'll be here in case that information is forthcoming. Mary says it sounds like I want a stock tip.
Oops.
What was the oops there? Did you lose your thread?
Yes.
Barbara says the striped egg would make a clownfish. All right. We've got a little bit of Finding Nemo kind of on the brain there, huh? Yeah. Gotta just keep swimming here.
My sister, the first day of school, sent us the meme of Nemo on the first day of school.
Yeah, I don't remember the part
screaming, it's the first day of school, it's the first day of school.
Yeah, I don't remember anything in that movie about being in school. But, that's not uncommon either.
Yeah, I know.
Sharon says, I'm stitching a pumpkin in a heathered orange color. Shh.
Oh, that'd be cute.
It's not pashta felt, but it also doesn't cut as beautifully as pashta felt.
Listen,
there you go.
I have no problem.
You use the felt you all want to use?
Yeah, use the felt you all would use.
Yeah, we have felt, and the folks of you who have used it know it's lovely.
I will say.
But you've got your stuff, you do you.
Just don't use the stuff from, like, big box craft stores that's made of plastic. And then email us asking why your felt or your dies
Yes,
don't work.
we do have some trouble with that particular type of material. Yes.
But other than that, do what feels.
People right now are sharing their camp names because we mentioned frogs, and Deb says that her camp name is Frog, so she'd be as good as that.
Tilly's was like Sneaky Squirrel or something like that.
Yeah, Barbara says her would name is Kestrel.
Ooh,
there you go, Kestrel. What a lovely bird that is.
That's fun. It is a very pretty bird.
And so when you get to the bottom of this, that's when it's going to be time to do cap, eh?
Yes. But we might decorate the cap a little bit first. And before we put it on.
Shari says most of the heather felt she has seen her wool blend, which will cut. Oh. But don't use the acrylic stuff. It's terrible.
Yeah, the acrylic stuff is terrible.
Barbara wonders, do pasta dyes cut funky foam?
They should. That's just the like craft foam stuff, right?
Lizzie says they should. But should is one of my least favorite words in the English language. Know. So I don't know about that. Anybody in the chat who's used funky foam?
If it's just that craft foam stuff, then yes.
I don't know. We've never tried dye. We personally have never tried dye cutting any foam, although we do have...
I haven't...
We have foam in the house, don't we?
Yeah, but I've cut it, but not for years. Like, I know that it does cut. These dyes will cut. But they'll also crimp down the edge really far, and I don't know if it'll pop back or not.
If once they've been cut, if the crimped edge will rebound?
Yeah, because like...
That's okay. It just gives it some more dimension when that happens.
No, but like you've got... Some of these dyes are like solid.
Uh-huh.
And so that would just smush the whole thing down, and it would be flat then. I don't know that you wouldn't have much of a foam. Does that make sense?
Yeah, Nancy says, I cut the Sulky brand foam with the Twinkle Lights dye, and it cuts beautifully. Barbara says, I'm going to get a bit and try.
That's a solid dye, too, so.
Barbara says, the wool mix with viscose isn't good at all. I had to look up viscose when I was reading about felt recently.
Isn't that made of bamboo?
I think commonly now it might be yes.
And that's the stuff that people call vegan felt?
I guess maybe? I don't know.
It is. I'm telling you something, not asking.
Oh.
And it is just plain terrible. Please don't try and use that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, wool in itself is a very sustainable thing, right? The sheep, it's happy, it's growing. Well,
yes, but some people don't like that the sheep are being raised specifically for wool production. And I mean, whatever. I am not personally a vegan. You're going to have to pull the honey that I get from my favorite apiary near our house out of my cold, dead hands. But, I respect that some folks have very sincere feelings about these things, and I wish them well, and I hope that they can find things that work for them. It's just that a lot of that acrylic stuff is absolutely terrible, so please don't think that you're not going to get great results, and it's going to, stretch.
Sure.
And, that's not good for your projects either. It's going to deform and
yeah. And what we love about the 100%,
it peels really bad.
What we love about the 100% wool felt also is that it really helps to know that you're making an heirloom that's going to be around forever.
Right. Well, so I have nothing against craft felt for certain stuff. Like I made Tilly's. What was that? Her 2-year-old Halloween costume, maybe?
Oh yeah, the bird felt.
The bird? I made her a parrot.
That was when she was 2.
She had a ton. I think she was like 18 months, but she had a ton of feathers on this thing. Like I made wings.
I
had that felt for probably 15 years, and it turned out great, and that was wonderful. But it's not something that she wears all the time. It was like a thing.
Yeah.
Like a one-time thing sort of deal. But
okay,
anyway.
So now we're stitching the layers together.
Yes.
On the cap of the toadstool.
Well, but I'm going to add some zhuzh first.
Oh, what are we zhuzhing?
We're just going to put in a couple of sparkles.
But the sparkles are going where? I don't know.
I'm just going to fill in some of the gaps.
Okay, got it. So the sparkles are going to go onto the weathered moss section.
Yes.
Where the cutouts aren't.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm just going to do some... you know what?
What?
I'm going to use these because I haven't used these yet, and I think they're so pretty. It's like a champagne-y colored.
And again, this is all part of the Heritage Harvest color story.
Yes.
So you would have these beads or these sequins from that kit to use and follow along. Okay, got it.
Correct.
Got it.
This is fine. We'll use this.
Of the two new color stories, this is the most sort of staunchly autumnal. Bejeweled is a little bit. Bejeweled is a little bit kind of pushing.
But it's based on autumn birthstones, so it's not autumnal.
No, but it's got a different sort of sheen. It's got a very contemporary. It has a very sort of modern contemporary vibe to it. Of course, it's pretty. Nobody's saying anything about that.
Anyway, yes.
I'm just vamping about Heritage Harvest right now.
I do like this a lot. I think it's really pretty.
This is like another.
It reminds me of like Indian corn.
Yeah, this is one that I think my suggestion for this color story name was Homecoming.
Was it?
I think
I don't remember that, but maybe you said that and I wasn't.
Sharon said, "Getting carried away with stitching. I need to stuff the egg pumpkin now through a small hole." Oh yeah, Sharon, you went too far.
Use a pencil.
Barbara says, "I now have a blue squashed leaf in funky foam, but all the holes cut." There you go, Kestrel.
Yeah, I know. I know it cuts. I just don't know if it'll bounce back, given enough time. I'm just going to add a few.
Hey, see you next week, Mary. Her sister's having a birthday lunch today.
Ooh, fun.
It does sound fun.
It does.
Birthday, now I'm checking the time. Okay, it's 11 o'clock out there. That's a suitable lunchtime.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. A leisurely birthday lunch.
A leisurely birthday lunch. Sounds delightful. I'm just gonna...
Sharon, I might be stuffing with tweezers, ... Oh, Sharon, hang in there. Okay, I see the first little champagne bead you've got on there, huh? Wow,
and
look
I
at that.
I lost my thread again, so I had to rethread.
So you're not using a beading needle for this? You're just using a reggae needle,
No,
I
I'm just
presume?
using a reggae needle.
Okay.
Mostly because the needle that I happen to have on hand will handle this.
And you're doing this through 2 layers there, huh?
Well, through technically 3 because we've got that little insert in there too.
So you haven't stitched those together yet, but you're holding it all down.
No, I'm just holding it together because I'm going to stitch all the way through all the top bits.
Okay.
And
hey, Amy just joined us from Hawaii. She's saying aloha.
Ooh, hello.
Newberry says 11 is still brunch time. Just saying, nah, man. Nah. Andy doesn't know that when I was managing Brasco restaurants, lunch was always promptly at 11:04 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the staff was eating at 10:25.
Right. I remember in school one year, I think our lunch time was at 10:45. Oh,
I think there was a year when I was in school, in grade school, that one of the lunches was 10:35 or just something completely
something super early. It's this is lunch. This is not. This is breakfast. This is not lunch. All right, we're just gonna do a few here, just for fun. Do one right here.
I just normally when you do this kind of embellishing, you're just going through the 1 layer. So I'm excited to see it with this happening instead. You're almost basting it together.
Yeah.
You're almost basting it together with
pretty much. I mean, I could have gone across the interior line here just to hold down part of it, but I'm gonna go through all the layers like I did with the small one. So really, it's just sort of holding it, tacking it in place. Sometimes when I need to hold things together, or hold just certain parts to something else, like I did this with my my haunted house, I'll just use tiny spots of hot glue, just super tiny spots of hot glue in a few strategic places, just to make sure that it's not going to fall apart on me when I'm working. But I don't really need that here. I'm going to put 2 more on, and then we're going to go ahead and finish.
That sounds great. So would you say you'd rather use this technique to get beads on for basting than, say, using clips?
No.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is just it's the only reason I'm really doing it this way is because I know that I'm going to go through all the layers for even this row here.
Got it.
And I didn't want to have to, fight with a tight space. This way there's just more room for my hands to work because I have very large hands. And it's just easier for me this way. But it's not a it's like I don't prefer it. It's just this is the way I did it today.
Got it. Newberry wants to know what is only brunch time then? Is that 10 o'clock only? Barbara says porridge is at 8:30 and toast is at 10:30. I think it depends on what you're ordering, Newberry. I think if you're ordering scrambled eggs at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, now we're talking brunch. And if you're ordering like a club sandwich at 10 o'clock in the morning, now we're talking brunch, right? Brunch time is sort of like when you can get the food that you wouldn't expect to be able to get it because it's either a little bit early or a little bit late.
Sure. I get you. I know
Barbara Woodard said she would like weathered fig, lavender plum, and muted pinks.
Muted pinks. Like more muted than desert
Barbara,
rose?
are you talking about heathered felt options? Like heathered fig, heathered lavender, heathered plum, and some muted pinks? Like that's what...
Don't put it past me.
Because I had asked once about like a heathered red, like a red and white, and you were like, well, that would just look pink.
That was like it would look pink. Because you remember the pants for the football team with the pinstripes? See? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Stop. Andy says Andy's looking for a poll. No way. Brinner is her favorite dinner. There you go. Barbara says all day breakfast. All right.
Tilly does love a breakfast for dinner. Tilly, her favorite foods are breakfast foods. If she could just live on breakfast foods... If we would just allow her to eat oatmeal and pancakes and cereal and French toast, that would be fine.
Yeah, eggs,
Eggs.
Yeah.
Yes, this morning she did especially request.
Barbara says yes. Okay, that's great. That's the kind of heathered felt she'd be looking for. Fig, lavender, plum, and muted pinks. There you go. Okay, I like it.
Noted. Yeah, I've got a here's a little fun tidbit for you.
What?
We have started the process of custom colors that you cannot get anywhere else.
Oh.
And I don't know if they can do heathered, but if they can, that would be very interesting to find out.
We haven't started out, but yes, if you heard that, there are a lot of people who are here with Tilly, Shari, and Barbara both. Renee says we have dinner around here a lot, around 2-ish. It's lunch and dinner. Okay.
There you go. I am going to do the bottom half of the...
Audrey says pancakes are her favorite, too. She can eat them every day. Wow.
Tilly often does eat them every day.
Okay.
I make like a patch of pancakes, and then she eats them for like 3 or 4 days. And she's just happy as a clam. She wakes up and says, I would like a pancake, please. Okay.
Yes, I had to put Liz's pancake recipe into the notes app in my phone so that when Tilly wakes up in the morning and is like, pancakes, I'm like, okay, great, here we go.
You can make your pancakes.
Newberry, Audrey said, custom colors, I just fainted. Newberry, in New Jersey, I always wanted them to serve spaghetti for breakfast on backwards day, but it never happened.
Aww.
That's a missed opportunity, Andy, because you could do that even one time, it'd be worth it.
Spaghetti for breakfast. That's funny.
Mary says, does anyone know of a video using the harvest pumpkin and the jack-o'-lantern dies?
We will be doing...
Let's see. Let me look at the schedule here.
Okay.
We
have like 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks prepared for doing harvest pumpkin.
Well, we don't have jack-o'-lantern scheduled until way out here way out here. We have the floral pumpkin happening way earlier.
Oh.
There's floral and there's jack-o'-lantern.
Well, I could always bump.
We could reverse it? Why don't we just reverse it?
I'm not going to reverse it. We'll just do 3 weeks of... And we'll just... Would you stop that?
Oh.
And we'll just move that one down.
You're saying we would do that?
Yeah.
Okay. I got it.
Or we could move... Whoa. Or we could move pumpkin up. And put it
up to here?
Yeah, because you said
okay.
I'm just saying. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, we'll work it out. It'll be soon.
You think it's going to be something like that, and then we end up with a gap here.
I'll just put the scalloped circle since we had to miss the scalloped circle when we were out east.
Okay, somebody tell Audrey that we've updated the production schedule. Can somebody please make sure that Audrey knows?
I think she might have.
Now Nikki's talking. She's a waffleaholic. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Tilly's had waffles a few times. Usually I just use my pancake recipe. Barbara, put them in the waffle iron. And
Barbara says our granddaughter wakes up at dawn asking for cheeseburgers.
That's hysterical.
That's great.
That is so funny.
Love to hear that. Oh, Audrey says got it. Okay, good. Nobody has to tell Audrey anymore. She's already got it.
Glad that worked out for you, dear.
Yeah. Well, you know, I do what I can.
I know. I don't know if I'm using the right. Yeah. Okay, I am. This is 3866 and 3033 are very similar, so I need to make sure I was using the right one here.
And so, what are you you're stitching together
the bottom of the cap.
Oh, so just the bottom of the cap right now.
Yeah. So
while we were talking about Linner and Brunch, you had gotten all of the embellishment done up there.
Yep.
And then you got your needle threaded with this particular color.
38.
3866. Oh,
sorry.
boy. 3866.
That's pearl.
That's pearl.
Yes.
Okay, because Toasted Oat is on the back?
Toasted Oat is on the stem.
And it's on the stem. Oh, okay, got it.
I mostly use the thread that matches the front. Like,
yes.
I don't worry about the back so much. I know there are some folks who are like, but I want the back and the front to match. And I'm like, well, I don't bother.
No, we've done so much, and the chat has taken me so many places this afternoon that I had forgotten about that pearl element. So where we started was stitching the gills onto a piece of pearl. Mm-hmm. And then that pearl got attached to the Toasted Oat base? No.
Yeah. Well, there was a pearl base and a Toasted Oat base.
Oh, okay.
The pearl base is the front. If I was going to stuff this, which I'm not because I didn't want to because it's going on a garland, you could have left this part open and left the stem open, and the instructions show you how to do it that way. But since I'm just doing this way, I didn't think about it so much. But sorry, coming back through here on the other side to do the exact same thing.
Andy says, my wife tells me Taylor Swift is engaged. You heard it here first. Even this live stream is not immune from T-Swift news. We'll always remember where we were.
Good for her, man.
We were stitching a Woodland Toadstool.
Yep.
Yeah. And it wasn't even the Bejeweled color story.
It's not.
Oh.
It's not. Though I did use it on the pillow.
Thanks, Andy. Wow, we're all so caught up.
Thanks, Ellie.
Yeah, tell Ellie we said thanks for making sure that we all were plugged in and hip.
Oh, I've never been hip. I'm okay with that. All right. So here we are, just going back.
Who'd she get engaged to?
Travis Kelce.
Oh.
Sometimes I feel like your grandmother. I am the person that... I am anime.
Shooting fish in a barrel over here.
This generation's anime.
Shooting fish in a barrel. That was as easy as stealing a baby from a baby right there.
It's like the time you told me there was... What did you tell me this morning? That there was somebody like... I don't even remember.
Putting the chips in the bag? Oh no, I told you that the lightly salted Tostitos were in a locked up cage.
And key. I was like, what?
Yeah, does your grocery store keep the lightly salted Tostitos tortilla chips in the locked cabinet like ours does?
Rude.
How rude. Everybody stopped chatting. Everybody went to go
check out the news.
Andy said you should have seen Ellie's face. It was priceless.
That's funny.
Everybody stopped talking in the chat. They're all checking it out. Everybody's scrolling feverishly. A live look in at all of our people watching the show is like this right now. Everybody's going, they've got their phone. And they just zip, 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 zip,
I
zip, zip,
honestly
zip.
don't even know where mine is. It's probably downstairs.
That's okay.
Downstairs. What did I do? I think I missed a hole somewhere.
I think I'm getting more images from Shari. Maybe this happened a while ago. Oh yeah, I didn't realize she sent 2 of them back to back. Okay, so there you go. Nikki says, haha, but nobody else has said anything. The chat has gone silent now that T-Swift is off the market.
For her.
There are so many people in the chat like, I missed my chance.
I don't think that's it.
Yes, we know you're busy with the tweezers, Sharon. Oh, Sharon. That's it. That's the best joke of the day. That destroyed me. That's great.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh boy, Barbara says, "Why do they lock them?" That's crazy, Barbara. They don't.
They don't. See,
they
Sean
don't
did that to me this morning,
so
and
they're not. If I don't know if this is surprising, but in America, there are very few lightly salted snacks, and there's only a few of the lightly salted ones. So sometimes I go to the grocery store to buy the lightly salted tortilla chips because Lizzie prefers those.
Too salty,
and they're sold out because they just have this one tiny little thing. So today I told her, like, don't worry, I got the lightly salted. I just had to get them from the locked case. And I
believed him because I believed my husband, which was a mistake.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Nikki says, I hope they air the wedding. It'll have more viewers than the royal wedding. Margaret says, my dies went cutting through, so I'm going to use new cutting plates.
Oh. What dye is she using?
I don't know.
Say.
Meanwhile, Jamie says, I love pasta dyes. Would y'all release a whipped cream for the new mugs? For the new mugs, for the sip sip?
For the sip sip.
Sip sip hooray? That's a good question, Jamie.
I hadn't thought about it. And I can honestly say that October is full.
You can tell we've got a real tea drinker over here because she released a mug and didn't think about any whipped cream.
Well, that's because the cocoa cake.
Someone in the UK is going to tell me now you can put whipped cream on tea. Is that what's going to happen next? Somebody in this chat is going to say,
I'm pretty sure that's sacrilege. I will just throw that out there.
Don't tell the royal embroidery. The scarecrow chin, Margaret Flynn says.
The scarecrow is what now?
The chin. Could the scarecrow chin be used as whipped cream, I think is what she's saying? Or maybe she's talking about it works better. LOL. Barbara prefers the low salt too. There's too much hidden salt in foods.
The dollop of whipped cream from deep dish would probably work pretty well.
You could try and do that if you wanted to. The dollop of whipped cream from deep dish. The icing from the sweet treats cupcake.
Oh yeah.
Sort of works, says Audrey.
That might work.
Might also work there. Okay.
I probably would go for the dollop from the...
She says you just have to tuck it in a bit.
Okay.
That's what Audrey says. Okay.
Noted.
That's what you came here for. You came to the chat to ask us how you could pirate other dyes.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love pirating
cupcake ice cream work for whipped cream. There you go. No, the whipped cream goes on British scones with jam in a cream. Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Right.
Here, I'm gonna sew some things now.
Oh, show me.
We're gonna put the top on. We're gonna put the cap on.
Okay.
So I came between the layers here and on the side. And I'm gonna go over across the midline here first.
You're gonna go across the midline first, and this is weathered moss.
This is weathered moss.
And your match for weathered moss. Now the backside is just
3051.
Your backside is just a solid patch of the weathered moss.
Yeah, it's just a solid cap. Yes, so you can do the solid caps, or you can do the polka dot.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
When are you going to use the fig thread?
I have this guy.
Oh, you do? Oh, that's great.
Which I can do.
I was starting to wonder if it was never going to get used.
I did say I wasn't going to do it.
Oh, okay.
And then you went and got it anyway.
Well, that's because that's just the kind of guy I am.
Right.
Speaking of brunch.
What time is it?
It's only 2:19.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. We got to go get our kid eventually.
Yes, this is the first Tuesday since May. We'll have to go and get our child at the conclusion of the stitching line.
We will. Gotta go wait in line to pick her up. Because the bus ride home is so darn long. We're just going to get her. Alright, so I'm going through all the layers, which in this case is 4.
Okay. The 4 layers are the toasted oat back. No, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You've got you have the green that's on top.
That's weathered moss.
Green, so weathered moss.
Yes.
Toasted oat.
Pearl. And weathered moss.
And weathered moss again. Okay, that's right, because you're not actually stitching through the light one.
The ochre is just an insert. It's not, you're not sewing through it.
Oh, Barbara's here to say it's not whipped cream on scones. It's got to be clotted cream.
Clotted cream.
This is, I don't understand the difference between clotted cream and whipped
It's more
cream.
like butter.
Oh, got it. Okay,
It's
thank
past,
you.
if you whip it past whipped cream.
Oh, you go even, so it's past soft peaks and into something that's more stiff. Yeah. It's practically churned.
It's delicious.
It's not, well, I don't understand why it would be any more delicious than whipped cream is.
Because it's not like sweetened, I don't think.
Oh boy, okay.
It's like buttery. Anyway, so yes, I'm doing this first. I'm just going across. I could go all the way around. Maybe I'll do that.
You're going to get crazy and go all the way around? Why would you not? I would like to know, and people in the chat would also like to know, why would you not go all the way around? Why did you think that you were going to start by just doing the middle?
I thought about doing side to side, and then I thought about going up and around the thing, but this way I don't have to have knots in two places.
Oh, got it. Okay. It is a whole...
I mean, I'll have to eventually tie the ends together because I didn't measure out enough thread to not have to, but yes. My plan.
So this is not an arm's length of thread you started with there,
no,
it seems.
It is not.
Okay, great. Still haven't convinced you, have I?
Nope.
Well, as someone who's done way less stitching than you have, someday I hope to...
convince me to change the way I do things? I love that for me.
Clotted cream is not always available, but you are quite right, Barbara. It should be clotted cream. Okay, all right. Some scones, some clotted cream. Mm-hmm.
I do love a scone. I used to make scones for the restaurant.
I used to make scones for the restaurant.
That's right. I have worked as a commercial baker. It is not for the...
We talking about sconesy cider here?
What?
We're not talking about sconesy cider, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
What are you talking about?
Sconesy cider was a very small joke in the episode of The Office when, I think it was when Jim and Pam's baby went through the baptism, and they didn't realize how many... Oh, Michael Scott announced there was a reception afterwards, but it was only supposed to be for close family.
That's right.
And so they ran out of food. And then, Sconesy cider was what Jim said, the person who ate all the scones and drank all the cider. Got it. Yeah. Boy, and then Angela had a whole bunch of... Sir. Didn't Angela have a whole bunch of scones in her purse that she was trying to steal out of there or something? Yeah.
So we're just going up and over the cap here.
And this is the last step, I presume.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, got it. And you said that you're going to turn this into a banner?
Into a garland.
Into a garland. Are there going to be any letters in the garland?
No, it's just going to be leaves.
And mushrooms.
And shroomies, yeah.
And shroomies, okay. Is the difference between a garland and a banner?
I don't know what the
that a banner has letters and a garland does not?
Maybe. But then where does bunting fall?
Well, I know bunting to me has to have a pennant element to it. When I hear bunting, I'm thinking things that have a pennant shape, triangular shape.
Specifically the triangular shape?
No, no. I said the first word I said was pennant, and I don't know if pennant means triangular or not.
I'm just asking. I'm just curious. All right, we're just here at the front, or at the beginning. Where am I? Yeah. So you're here at the beginning. We're going to double back and go the other way. Just like that. And so, like, the back has a little bit of something to it. Like, you get the idea of what it is. But the front is where the magic happens. You're Googling bunting.
Well, you know, there's all kinds of bunting happening here.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of stuff there. Oh my gosh, I'm not even going to get... That's amazing. Okay, it got good. The vocabulary got really good there. Okay.
So the difference between bunting and garland and banner is what?
Oh, I'm not going to give anybody any answers. I think that we could probably save all that for another day.
Great.
I could do a TED Talk.
I'm sure you could.
Apparently. I could look into the history of... What did you say? Banners, bunting, and what?
Pennants. Garlands.
Garlands. Oh my gosh. Hang on. Slow down. I've got to put this in my Pashta to-do list. We're talking pennants, bunting, garland, and what? There was another one.
Banners?
You said. Banners? No, you said something else.
Pennants, garlands, bunting.
I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this here.
Just so you can figure out what you're
Run
supposed
about
to
1 hour and
research.
23 minutes just to see. Nikki says, when I think bunting, I think scalloped and patriotic. There you go.
Oh, like the herd. I know what you mean.
Yes, there was something.
Like the semicircle thingies.
Yes, the semicircle thingies. I don't know what those are called either. Semicircle things.
They're called semicircle
circle things. Those have a name. Are they not rosettes, are they?
No, those are the full circle things.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so my thread is too short to go all the way around. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm coming between the layers. I'm coming as if I'm stitching my regular stitch. To the side of that stitch, I'm coming between the layers. I'm going to pull this out. Then I'm going to take my other piece of thread. There
you go. Barbara says flag bunting.
Flag bunting. Okay.
Flag bunting. Okay. Oh, so are you about to make this into a garland right now?
No.
Oh.
I'm just finishing my stitching.
Sorry, I didn't know what I missed. I know I missed something while I was while I was doing my research. While I was doing my research there.
Sir.
These guys are all twisted and turned sideways and stuff.
What is?
If you're just joining us, that's a sideways mushroom, okay, everybody?
I know.
Toadstool.
I'm still working on that one.
I know, but you said it. You had set it down, and it didn't look super pleasing there for a little bit.
I'm so sorry that my current in
I'm
progress.
here to help you. I just put on my producer hat for just 1 second.
It's not helpful when you move the project I'm working on.
I know it's not helpful. It was about being pretty there. That's what
you said. It was being helpful.
Oh boy, here we go. Okay.
So here, I'm sort of continuing that stitch that I just did.
You're about to tie a strand onto that?
No, I'm going to come back in between the layers in that same spot where I just came out.
Yeah.
And I'm coming up through that hole. And I'm going to leave a tail. And I'm going to leave those tails there together for a second. And then I'm just going to keep stitching.
Whoa.
And I'll explain that in a second.
Whoa.
I will explain.
I could have used this information a long time ago. I can't believe we made it all the way to Tuesday.
I'm coming back to it.
August 26, 2025.
All right.
Before we learn this secret.
Stitching.
Okay.
Stitching. Once I get a few stitches in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back and then I'll tie them off. Because otherwise I have a tendency to pull too much of my new thread and then I would end up wasting a bunch of the tail.
Oh.
Does that make sense? Like I'm pulling... Like I go to tie it and I pull the knot and it just pulls and pulls and pulls. If you stitch a few stitches first, it's held in place by your stitching. It's held in place by the sewing itself. So you can tie off the knot and then I'll hide the ends at the end when I'm finishing it up.
Understood.
Does that make sense?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I would be much more likely to just tie the strands together before I even started stitching with a new one. I think that's what I've done in a stitching project when I've run out of thread. Because this is not a problem for the cross stitcher. The cross stitcher just, stops where...
In the back.
Yeah, it just stops in the back and kind of buries that stuff and then starts with a new thread.
Well, that's fine if you're doing like an embroidery design too. It's not as fine if you're doing like the perimeter and you need a place to add your thread in.
Kelly's at home tracking. She doesn't believe we've had any bad boys today.
Maybe haven't.
Oh no.
I know. We'll work one in.
See,
promise.
how can you say we've not had a good day? We haven't had to have a single bad boy yet.
We'll work one in.
I got an empty Nalgene though. That's a little distressing.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't fill that bad boy up before we left?
No, I sure did. Nicely done there, bad boy. No, because right before we came upstairs, you refilled the water pitcher.
Huh?
Well,
it was.
That's all she wrote.
Do you want mine?
No.
Mine's full.
Wouldn't dream of doing something like that.
So I just refilled the water pitcher.
So, but you are or are not planning on actually constructing the garland while we're sitting here?
No, because I've still got leaves I need to finish. See, these are all leaves that I need to finish. Oh, you probably can't see that.
No, you can see that. That was okay.
These are, oh, jeez.
It got worse, not better.
I know. Those are all leaves I need to finish.
There we go. Okay.
And then I will do that thing, and then I will finish my other little...
And those are all the new leaves. You got the ginkgo, you've got the...
ginkgo, poplar.
I
don't know, just like an elm, maybe?
Sure.
This is an oak, and this is a willow.
A willow leaf over there. Got it. Okay.
Because we have all of those... Maybe that's like a...
The willow leaf is so slender. I just immediately started wondering if someone would ever make, like, you could make a set of, like, beaded curtains, but it would just be felt willow leaves. You know what I mean? You could stitch a bunch of the willow leaves together and then you could string them.
Shari used them as, like, topiaries, like trees next to her haunted house when she did her...
Oh, she used them as if they were arborvitae?
Yeah.
Nicely done, Shari. Shari must be... I think she must be doing work or something because she's been a little quiet for a minute. Either that or Scout has taken over. I'm not really sure which it is. But it's been a little bit of time. But okay, so she used the willow as like an arborvitae kind of situation. Mm-hmm. There you go.
All right, so now that I've finished my stitching, I'm just going to tie this off. I'm going to hide my ends inside. I'm going to double knot that first, though.
Okay. Just let me know when it's time to go to you full, you know, you're full on.
I'll let you know.
Okay. See, that's the sound of an empty
Nalgene
right there. Yeah, I know, right?
All right, so we're just...
That's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted.
What are you doing?
Just hitting the wrong buttons and the camera's going haywire. Okay. Shari just says working with no capitalization or punctuation. So we know it's real.
Yeah. All right. Just as a reminder to hide your ends. So I came between the layers and I've got my needle going through the project, and you're going to thread your needle with the tail that's left over. See if I can see it. Oh, pop it back out. You can use a threader for this, but I am stubborn. There we go. And then you're just going to pull that little end through, and it's, see it hidden between your layers of thread, so you can't even see it. And I'll do that with the other tails too. Yeah, these little toadstools, they come together pretty quick. I will say, they come together quickly unless you're trying to sew inside a pillowcase, in which case they're a little bit tricky. But worth it. I really love this pillow.
Well, when you say this pillow, people, they can't see it.
Well, I will show it in a second.
Okay, got it. You've got your threader there? Is that what's happening?
I have a threader. I should just give up the ghost and use it. All right. So to use my threader, you're going to put the wire end or the hook end, depending on the kind of threader you have, through the eye. Pull that through. And then I like to make sure that it's kind of close to the end of the thread because it's easier to pull through. And you pull through and snip. And you do that for all your little ends. Do that again. And if you pull tight enough, the end will sort of retract into the project so you won't even see it.
I'm watching closely for the moment when you pull it tight enough.
Okay, hold on.
Shari does say that your pillow is awesome.
Thanks.
Did you say Hanks?
I said thanks.
Oh, okay.
All right, so thread, you're pulling your needle, you get the little ends that came through, and you're just going to pull tight and snip, and then you don't even see it.
And there you go, okay.
There you go. And then, yeah, I'll show my pillow again.
Hang on, I'll put the camera just on you if you're going to be showing the pillow again.
Show my pillow.
There you go.
So there's my pillow. Because when I was talking to Shari, she said she's going to do a wreath. And I was like, I was going to do a wreath, but I didn't want to do a wreath because Shari was doing a wreath. So I said, you know what? I'll do a pillow instead.
I think I can zoom that in a little tighter if you want. Like all the way down into the pillow there. We'll just make that giant on the screen. Wow, look at that.
And there's the little one. But like I said, I think using these negatives to make little speckles would be super cute too. And then you can see there's the leaves, all the different shapes of leaves on the pillow as well. So it's a really fun, I really like these two sets. I think they're very fun and I think they're very cute. And I'm going to make a garland with all of the leaves and hang it up somewhere.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
You've made it through another episode of Stitching Live
And
with
so
Lizzie
have
and
we.
Sean. That's right. Shari says we could have had competing wreaths, is what she said.
I don't want to compete with Shari's
Shari. No. Now next week it looks
moss
like
in there and everything?
it looks like next week we had planned to do the
Oh.
Harvest Pumpkin next week.
That's right. We'll do the Harvest Pumpkin.
So there's going to be a Harvest Pumpkin next week.
And we'll do some of the Halloweeny dyes, the new Halloweeny dyes, a little closer to Halloween.
Yes, that's what it says. September the 30th and October. Yeah, somewhere as we get closer,
bit later
we'll be
in
doing
September.
That. Yeah. That's going to happen.
But we've had several requests for the pumpkin, and so we wanted to share the pumpkin because I understand that it can be tricky, especially the first couple of times. And if I can help people, I would like to do that.
That's right. Okay, so thanks everybody for being here.
Thanks for
and
coming.
Working with us. That was a little bit scattered today, but that's okay.
A little.
We will see you next week.
Yes.
When it'll be September.
It will be September.
Everyone will have celebrated Labor Day, and after Labor Day, there are certain clothes you can't wear anymore.
Whatevs.
Isn't that what happens after Labor Day?
It's in certain social circles that we do not belong to.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. Well, thanks for being here. We're going to cut it from there, and we will see you next week.
We will.
Woodland.